Hello everyone. In today's video session, we shall be discussing COPA, that is SAP Controlling Profitability Analysis. So let's start. We shall be discussing few basic settings that are required for COPA. So let's understand the basic structure. So the structure says we have operating concern. This operating concern is mandatory to create or a mandatory basic settings, and also operating concern is the highest of the hierarchy structure. So under operating concern we have controlling area, and under area we have company code. That means company code is the smallest node under this hierarchy. That means one operating concern can be assigned to many controlling areas, and one controlling area can be assigned to many company code, but one company code have one controlling area and one operating concern. Similarly, one controlling area have only one operating concern, and this operating concern governs profitability analysis. The next thing we need to discuss are the types. We have two basic types of uh, COPA. So one is account based COPA and the other one is costing based COPA. So this was famous when we had ECC systems, but now account based COPA, or also known as margin analysis, governs the entire COPA, or controlling profitability analysis. We can see few differences of account based and costing based COPA. So number one is costs and revenue elements are used to transfer data from FI to account based COPA. Now under SAP S/4HANA, we have AC DOCA, that is Universal General, and entire data in FI saved under one universal journal. So it is very easy for us to transfer data from FI to account based COPA. While under costing based COPA, we had to define the value fields, and these value fields are used to map the cost to the GL of the accounts and SD condition types, etc. And there were no reconciliation issues, or I may say there are no reconciliations problem in account based COPA, because we have cost elements, and these primary cost and revenue accounts are now directly linked to the cost elements, and data directly flow from FI to controlling area. While under costing based, reconciliations were extremely difficult. It was not guaranteed, and the cost component split data can be sent to costing based COPA, which is not possible in ECC, while the cost component split data can be sent to costing based COPA as before. So these are few basic differences of account based. Now in general we follow account based COPA, and today we will be discussing all the basic configurations required for account based COPA only. We can see one example, or the way presentation was done for costing based and account based. So under costing we had revenue, then we have variable cost, then we get contribution, and then we have fixed cost, and after that we get a contribution after fixed cost, and then we have all the relevant research development and other expenses, and we used to get the contribution. And this contribution we can calculate on the basis of various characteristics, that may be on the basis of product, on the basis of customers, on the basis of their numbers, etc. And similarly, account based, it is easy because all the data from FI, AC DOCA flows into controlling area very easily now. So under this, we only maintain revenue, sales deductions. If there are some deductions, then we get net revenues. We reduce the cost of sales, and in case we have any price differences, that can be reduced or added up, and other expenses, and we get profit. So this profit is basically margin, and now we call account based COPA as margin analysis. So let's begin with the basic configurations. So let's log on to our SAP Easy Access screen. So for the basic configuration, we go to our customizing screen, SPRO. My IMG screen will be there. And under controlling, we go to profitability analysis, and under structure is to define operating concern. Now, in case we follow costing based operating concern, we need to maintain characteristics and value fields, while now uh, we chose the option of account based COPA. That is very easy because all the data flows from FI to COPA by AC ROCA table, and under that we don't need to define the value fields for it. We can only maintain characteristics, and then we shall be assigning profitability segments while doing the entries, accounting entries. So the first thing we need to do is to maintain operating concern. But before that, I want to discuss the sample operating concern with you. SAP has provided these sample operating concerns. We can copy these concern and can make our own operating concern, or we can create our own operating concern. So let's see the copies available. So for example, we have for consumer good, and all the customizing settings are done here. The characteristics and value field we can display. Then we can see and define the form. So under this, we can define the profitability reports as well. We shall be discussing these reports in detail, how to define the reports in our upcoming videos. But let's see how the reports available. So there are few standard reports available, made available by SAP. For example, see the operating profits. So we have entire reports available. What we need to do, we just need to assign the proper values. We can see the actual plan, we can see the variances, and we can define the reports according to our needs or our client's requirement. Similarly, there are period overview reports available, like period wise we can extract report. So this is a form that is available, and these forms are predefined. We can copy these forms or we can create our own forms. So let's go back. So the first step is to maintain operating concern. This is highest of the hierarchy. I already have maintained my operating concern. So what we need to do is to give a alphanumeric key to define an operating concern. I may show that to you by just maintaining a new one. It may be alphanumeric or numeric key. So it will say this operating concern does not exist, and we'll say yes. And this will be my screen. So now we can also copy the template from the sample operating concern. Right now we are not doing it. We can just add the description, operating concern, to 405. And then we have an option of costing based and account based, but in new systems this account based has replaced with margin analysis. We just need to click on this. save and create. Now we are on data structure screen. Now there are various characteristics available. So these characteristics are very important. These are the characteristics on the basis of which we be able to extract our profitability reports. So we can just select our characteristics, customer group, brand, business fields, and etc. And we can just create our own characteristics and save. So after saving, we just need to save. And after that, we need to create. That's not saved actually. So I need to do it again. We'll just see few characteristics, just transfer it, save it, and also we need to activate it. So now I'll go and activate. Now after the objects of the structures activated, I will save it again and now go back. Okay, then what we need to do is to change the attributes. Now we need to give the operating area currency, as this is the highest of the hierarchy. As we discussed it before, the operating concern currency would be different from the controlling area as well as our company code currency, because this is the highest of the structure. So right now I'm giving INR. The fiscal year variant we could define. We just need to save it. Then the next thing we do is to activate our cross client part and client specific part. Okay, my data structure is still not activated. It may be possible there are some fields in the structures may require some changes. So I have already made my operating concern. You can just see that a sample structure or a sample operating concern BR18. Also, it has valid fiscal year variant and valid operating currency. All these things also matters. So my data structure, we can just see the data structure. I have taken few fields like the volume, the collection, the business processes, etc. And the last thing we need to do is to generate the environment for cross client and client specific part. We just need to activate it. And this is how our operating concern will be generated. One more activity we need to perform is to, by going under SE38, we need to give a program FCO underscore ADD underscore COPA underscore field FIELD underscore 2 underscore AC DOCA. So this is for to add new COPA characteristics to AC DOCA structure, and we execute it. and we shall be giving our operating concern and again executing it. And this has one thing we need to keep in mind, that this program is executed in background. So we execute it in background, and then my operating concern gets activated, right? So I already have an activated operating concern with me, that is BR18. The next configuration we need to do is to assign this to our controlling area. So for that, we go to enterprise structure, under assignment, under controlling, assign controlling area to operating concern. So our controlling area is 1812, and it is assigned to our operating concern BR18. Similarly, as operating concern is highest of its hierarchy, it can be assigned to more than one controlling area. The next step, okay, we need to go back to our IMG screen, under controlling, profitability analysis, flow of actual value, active profitability analysis. So this is also a mandatory step. So here we'll find our controlling area, and we will activate account based COPA. After doing this, we can now also see that how our controlling area, uh, the configurations of controlling area has changed. So under maintain controlling area, we can just go on to our controlling area, and here our profitability analysis got activated under account based. So these are all configured when we actually assigned our operating concern to our controlling area. So after this, the next is we can see maintain versions. This is also under controlling area. So we can see settings in operating concern. So our operating concern is BR18, and the version is 0. It is not logged. The currency type is operating concern currency. Exchange rate we have given, and also derivation date we have given. So these settings we need to do for activating our COPA. After maintaining the versions for COPA, the next thing is we will go to profitability analysis. Then we are under flows of actual values. Then direct posting from FIMM. And under this, we'll maintain PA transfer structure for direct postings. So for direct posting, we'll just select one structure, or we can create the structure. So let's select one structure. Now the operating concern has been changed. This is not our operating concern. So we'll just go and first set our operating concern. We'll just go back. Set operating concern. Operating concern is set. So I need to change here. I think controlling area is not ours that is maintained. We can just go quickly to controlling area settings. See, the controlling area is, we need to change the controlling area and set it to ours. So 1812 is our controlling area. Now there would not be any problem. We'll just select. So by this, we understood that the controlling area and operating concern need to be set properly for proper assignments. So now the operating concern that is set as BR18. Now the most important thing, we have few text under this, and under these assignments we need to assign sources and value field. So sources are those cost elements from where we need to extract the data. So for example, under expenses we have assigned our few expenses accounts, and the sources are cost and revenue. The source could be of on production order also, and other service orders also. Also we can assign a group, and similarly we can assign the revenues. We have defined the source fields, and other FI direct sales, or also we can create a new assignment line by new entries and define the sources. Similarly, we can, for every source, we can define the value fields. Then we have to give automatic account assignment. Under automatic account assignment, there are control or cost objects available, and we can assign specific cost elements to these costing objects, so that data could be extracted from this source at the time of doing our FI entries. So my company code is 1812, and I've assigned these many cost elements to my uh, profitability segments. That means while doing or posting my FI entries, I would be profitability segment entry would be mandatory, and my data will directly flow to COPA. Also, I have assigned few orders. So my internal order uh, assignment is also can be done. Now, after this, we can do one journal entry and see the impact of our settings. So how we are going to do, let's do some basic entry F-02. So I will be doing one income entry and one expense entry, and will show you the report under COPA. Let's do one expense entry first. As my indirect taxes are configured, so let me just select posting key 50. Also, I need to go into more and need to select a profit segment. So under this, there are the characteristics available that we define under COPA or operating concern. So on the basis of these segments, we can assign the partners season, year, brand, area, business processes, and many other relevant things. So right now what I'm assigning is my cost centers, as only the configurations for cost centers are done in this company. I'll just assign one cost center, continue. And let me just simulate this entry. So this will be my entry. My rent account would be debited, my bank would be credited, and my input tax account shall be debited. So I'll be saving these entry. So this is my expense or expense entry, and now I will be doing one income entry. Next, I need to add a revenue account. My tax code would be of output tax now. So output CGST SGST. And now I need to assign a profitability segment here also. I'll be assigning the cost center only. And continue. We shall just simulate the document and see. So I have not put in I forgot to calculate tax. Let me simulate it again. And now I'm getting a proper entry. So let's save it. And my document is created. Now to see its impact, we should go back. Under accounting, under controlling, we have profitability analysis. Under information systems, we have a display line item, and under actual, we'll get the actual data. Now here our period is 10.2022 and our company code is 1812. And let's execute and see. So these last two entries, 10,000 and 20,000, is the entry that we made, and we also have previous entries available. So this is just a basic report available. We can also see the FICO documents from here. Like we have separate accounting and controlling document. Under accounting document, we have this entry available. We'll just select our entry. So this is our entry, and we will see our FICO document. Our FI accounting document is 10,000 document that we just posted our rent document, giving input tax credit entry. Also, we have controlling document. There is only one entry over here, and we have a controlling object or cost center PSG 14, rent cost element. And then we have profitability segment. Right now we just have assigned one cost center. Now this report is not proper and in accordance with the required forms. So in my next video, we shall be discussing how the reports under COPA are generated. So thank you all for listening. Have a really good day.